Now, this video is going to talk about why black people are having so many problems. Now, 50% of it is white people or racist white people, and the other 50% is black people. Yes, white people discriminate when it comes to jobs. Yes, they try to find any reason not to give you a job, even if you're qualified. And on top of that, they don't treat you equally. They try to put you in jail, try to oppress you. However, black people play into their hands way too much. Let's start with you not raising your damn kids worth of fuck, okay? You can't raise your child not to obey or not to listen to nobody ever, and then wonder why they end up in jail or are unemployable. Who want to teach your child when they cussing people out and trying to hit them? No. Then y'all can't inherit with black kids the way you do white kids. When white kids act a fool, they get excuses and they still get advantages blacks don't get. They still can get jobs and not get put in jail and punished the way black people do. Black people get punished way more. So that's why you gotta raise your kids and spank them and everything. You can't do that white folk stuff where you're not spanking your child. That's wonderful that they don't believe in that, because their child can still be successful no matter how much of a jackass they act. But when it's black folks, that don't work that way. That's why you can't spare the rod. Also, black folks need to learn to work for white folks for a little while and then get their own business. I get everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't own their businesses. But it's something wrong when you go in the hood and it's mostly Indians and Asian people owning 50% of the hair stores and restaurants and the dollar stores. Every time I go to the dollar store, it's 3 or 4 up here. All the Iranians own. I think it's maybe one Family Dollar that Iranian don't own. And in fact, the Asian got a whole corner up the street from me. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's a little plaza called Buckeye. Now in this little corner, Asians own the Asian spot, a dollar store, and a hair store all in a row. Then if you go further, the Indians own, I believe they own the Mr. Hero and a shoe store. I'm not sure who owns Family Dollar in the tops, but most of them own that spot. And don't go across the street. They own it's 2 Asians own 2 wig stores. It's some Indians that own a wig store and a beauty supply. And then if you go further up, it's some more Asians with the beauty supply store. And I think the Indians own the liquor store. Something is wrong there. Black folks have to pull their shit together and start buying some of this shit. And having their own businesses, because let's be honest, you're not going to get a CEO position or vice president position working for white people. They're always going to keep the power for themselves. Another point I want to make, blacks need to start building up their own community. Once you get a business or once you move up, you need to knock down these old raggedy ass houses and rebuild them and then rent them out. And then you can be a landowner or build up the community. That way, our community be just as equal to the whites and the Indians and the Chinese. I bet you the Chinese got their little spot, Asians got their little spot. It's built up. They don't have all this extra shit going on. It makes no sense for all these other people to make money off of us. And then another thing, black men especially need to realize there's a target on your back. I know that black men get put in jail and they get killed for nothing because I feel that white people are really trying to still oppress us, because since they don't have slavery, they got to use the prison system. But black men need to stop making themselves a target. You can't argue back with the police. I hate to say it like that, it's wrong. I wish we didn't live in a world like that, but we do. You can't sell the drugs and do all kinds of crime and be a criminal and get away with it. I hate to say it, when you're a black person, you're under a microscope. They're looking for any reason to kill and imprison black people. And the best way to do that is to destroy the men. Because if you destroy the men, you don't have dads to raise their kids. You don't have dads and husbands at home to take care of the wives and stuff. That's really another reason blacks having so many problems, is because we're not going to church and reading the Bible like we should. Then on top of that, we also have that attitude that I'm going to raise my child by myself. No, that's some stuff you do if you have to. You need to try to get a husband and have a nuclear family. You start there, we can start building up and being a stronger race and family unit. And another thing is, black folks are not valuing education worth a damn. Okay? That's a huge problem. We need to be getting these schools right here in Cleveland are a hot mess. First, you gotta get your child's behavior under control so somebody can teach your child. Then second of all, you gotta demand good teachers and better buildings and better books. We need to start marching on City Hall and the school board demanding some things. We should stop just taking anything and being happy with it. No. That's all I can think of right now about black people and getting their stuff together. Y'all have a nice day.